going on, people? Welcome to United View and welcome to the preview of our second biggest game of the season, because our first biggest game of the season was Liverpool. But welcome to
Used to be the biggest game.
It did.
Used to be the biggest game.
It did, but obviously Man City and Liverpool got other ideas. But listen, Manchester United take on Arsenal. Obviously had to get Robbie down here to HQ. Massive game. Arsenal flying 5-5, top of the league. Man United growing in confidence. Won their last 3 games, 2 clean sheets in a row. We're slowly cooking. We've got a lot to be confident about ourselves in this game. And regardless of form, as we showed against Liverpool, off the back of a 4-0 defeat at Brentford, when it's Old Trafford, under the lights, we can raise it. We can raise it. So, you're the guest. How are you feeling about this game? Because you're going to win the league, innit? Everything's fine.
I like the way he's been setting it up. You know what I mean? He's trying to set it up. He's trying to set me up for a fool. You know what I mean? Number one, no Arsenal fan has said that we're going to win the league.
I've seen some.
I think Arsenal fans are very, very realistic that, you know, and even if you listen to the manager, we've got off to a great start. We've been playing great football. It's not just, I think the reason why Arsenal fans at the moment, because we've had good runs before, but at the moment why we're so optimistic about the team, and when I say me in particular, I was over in America pre-season and I saw Arsenal. And we look ready, we look fit, we look hungry.
You saying you saw a difference from then, innit?
Yeah, and I was like, we're gonna have a good season this year. This team looks good. There's a great little patterns of play. We look prepared. So it was no surprise to me that we got off to a good start of this season because we've looked prepared going into it, made our signings early. So it's a confident team. It's playing well. There are a couple of injury issues going into this game, unfortunately.
How much is that going to... Yeah, who's the latest injuries?
Yeah, well, it's the Thomas Partey one, isn't it? Which, again, you know, he's spent... I think I saw a stat that it's 57% of games. That's all he's played.
I think you lot might have to call it a day with him, you know?
And he's been kind of integral to how we've been playing. He's been brilliant since the start of the season. So he's going to be a big miss. But listen, the team's confident. We're playing good football. The front three has been scintillating. And I know we've got a very poor record at Old Trafford. I think 2020 when we won that, but that was with no fans. I thought last season we played pretty well. I don't know how we ended up losing. Again, gave away a stupid penalty at the end, ended up losing the game. I think we go there with a lot of confidence. You know what I mean? We haven't lost the game yet. You know what I mean? We're playing well. This is a very different Arsenal to the teams that you've seen over the years. You know, Saliba in defence with Gabriel's looks solid. Ben White playing as a right back's been good. If he's not, there's a little injury doubt on him, but Tomiyasu can come in.
Can do now, yeah.
Tierney's been playing well. And up front, the front three of Jesus, who's been looking really sharp, Martinelli as well, and Saka, will pose any team's problems in this Premier League. So it's going to be a really good game. But of course, I know it's a resurgent Man United. You know what I mean? I've looked at your games. I don't think you've been playing particularly well, but you don't need to. At this stage, you just need wins. I thought the Liverpool was a very good performance. That was a good performance. The Leicester one, I thought they were terrible there that day.
Leicester been poor, yeah.
And I thought Southampton, I thought he was probably a little fortunate. I don't think that was maybe a draw would have been. But listen, you got the results. And the reality of it is if we was to lose to you, you'd only be 3 points behind us.
The whole momentum just shifts, isn't it? Yeah.
I think really the big meltdown was because of that 4-0, that Brentford one. That was just
a
shocking result. But I think with Lisandro Martinez in there and Varane in there, you look a lot better defensively.
And Molasses.
But I think and that Molasses looked good as well, yeah. But he will be tested at the weekend.
Absolutely.
More than he's been, I think, this season, because I think the front three of Arsenal have looked good.
Well, he was up against Luis Diaz and we've been up against Mo Salah, them two, so it's on par.
Yeah, but I didn't think Liverpool were on it.
No, they wasn't. They wasn't, but we still have to deal with it. But then a lot
of that was to do with how you played.
Yeah.
I thought that night Man United played really well. Yeah. And listen, I said right at the start of the season, right, I was loving to see United suffer. Because I remember you lot seeing us suffer last year. But I remember saying at the time, when people were asking me, I was saying, listen, I remember last season, we lost our first 3 games, right? Everyone was saying Arsenal might get relegated, all that sort of
silly
stuff.
when people say that.
And we ended up missing out on the top 4 by 1 point. So it's still early in the season, but I like what we're doing at the moment. I like how we're playing. And I think it's going to be a great game. I think we've got a good chance of winning it.
Yeah. For us, I mean, very, very concerning first 2 games of the season. Really, really alarming. I looked at it personally and thought, after that Brentford game, I sat there and I literally said, and you've probably been there yourself, but I was like, I don't know where our next win's going to come from. I was looking at the fixtures, I was thinking, right, Liverpool next, Southampton away, Leicester away, and it's so crazy how football can turn around, because even though people were laughing at Arsenal last year for losing them first 3 games, and we didn't even lose the first 3 games in the end, but it was still worse for us because at least you lost against City, you lost against Chelsea, you didn't have your strongest players there.
As well.
But newly promoted team, first day of the season, give a lot of people, but look what Fulham done to Liverpool, you know what I mean? It happens. Ours was worse because it was like, well, this is pretty much our best team, you know what I mean? But a new manager, and it just shows you, he threw out a couple of players from that, Brentford, and we haven't looked back. What I like about this game now, and this is testament to what we've done, is our performances attacking wise in them 3 wins haven't been the best. It was probably the best in the Liverpool game in the first half and a little bit in the second half. But what we've managed to do is we're difficult to score against.
Yeah.
We're difficult to break down. A lot of the goals we always used to concede last year was McTominay running back towards his own goal because he's out of position, diving in, Fred, big gaps between the midfield and the defence. Now, we're just getting back into position. We're organised. We defend aggressively with certain characters, and we're hard to break down. The free-flowing football stuff, that's what you lot got over us in terms of you're more polished than us. You've had longer to work under your manager. You've added the perfect striker there in Gabriel Jesus. Martinelli's cooking up. I've been really impressed with Arsenal. But where I think we can get joy, when I've been watching Arsenal, is sometimes I don't think they get the goals that their dominance in the games deserve.
Yeah.
You was all over Villa. Should have been like 3-0 at half time. Do you know what I mean? And it just wasn't.
More, it should have been more.
Should have been more. But then once that door's always open, a lot of goals you've conceded are from just mistakes. Look at the Fulham one. You were cruising. Fulham didn't have nothing. Gabriel makes a mistake. Different game. Don't get me wrong. On the flip side of that, great to come back every time. That shows another chink in your addition to your armour. But against good teams, like better teams, should I say, that's going to be difficult to do. So I think you will leave the door open a little bit. And I take pride in the fact that even off the back of a 4-0 defeat against Brentford, we know that at Old Trafford, we can raise it. And some Man United fans, KG and some of the rest of the lads, we're gonna do it. And you know what? There's a little bit about me that kind of wants to listen. You got to get behind your team, innit? And there's no point going into these. I don't know, man. I just feel really strong that we won't get beat. I feel really strong.
With your record, right? You should be confident. But you know what? There's a new mentality coming into this Arsenal team as well. It's like I've seen Arsenal over the years, and we'll be going to Old Trafford, and even the fans are like, you know what? Take a draw.
Yeah.
I know not many fans I've spoken to said they'd take a draw. Most fans are saying, I want to go there and win this game.
All, yeah.
I think the mentality is changing with this team. I think there's different characters within the team. Even the fans' mentality are changing. And I think we can go up there with a lot of confidence. And yes, you are right. We've had a few little mistakes in our games. We had a mistake against Villa the other night, even though I thought that was a foul on the keeper. But that was a mistake, you could say. Mistake against Fulham.
Saliba own goal.
Same.
Leicester back in a little bit.
Leicester as well.
Yeah.
But on the whole, the defence has played really well.
Yeah.
Saliba has been brilliant. You know what I mean? Our defence is a lot better. And the confidence in which the team has been popping the ball around, and there's been certain key players like Martin Odegaard, who's been playing some great stuff. If we get that going up there at Old Trafford, with the way in which I've seen you guys play, I think we can have a lot of joy up there.
Yeah.
I think we've got to get out of our head the fact that it's Old Trafford and our shocking record there. I think if we go out there with the right mentality, I think we can definitely get a result there. But obviously, these are big games. They're not the same as you playing Brentford.
No.
These are big games.
Big games.
The whole world's
Players
watching.
are up for
every
the fans,
player,
the atmosphere
fans,
in the
players,
stadium.
everyone's up for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't give a shocking performance as a Man United player in a game like this. So it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a close game. But I've got a feeling for us. I've got a feeling that we could go up there and do it. And I think for Arsenal, it's one of those turning point games. You know, funny things is the real parallels is of when you was just describing your start to the season and our start last year. The turning point for us was when we beat Tottenham. The turning point for you guys when you beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
Right? So, but then this is another turning point I feel for us. We haven't gone to enough of the big 6 teams and got results. The only team last year we got a result away at was Chelsea. We need to go to a Man United and get a result. And then I think other people will start believing
or at
that
least
this
not lose.
is a very good side.
Well.
At least not lose, but I would like to see us get a win.
Yeah.
Because I think then people are going to start believing that this Arsenal team can do something this season.
Well, that's the interesting bit there. 'Cause
I
if you
do think
lose,
this team-
everyone's going to do that whole thing of like, see,
Same old
we said
Arsenal,
they ain't
blah,
played
blah,
no
blah.
one yet.
Yeah.
And as soon as they had to play someone difficult,
and people,
they lost.
Of course, people will do that, and people are lining up to do that.
Yeah, me is one of them.
People are lining up to do that.
Mate.
But, you know,
I hear you.
everybody says, but it's teams you're expected to beat. You were expected to beat Brentford.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Chelsea were expected to beat Southampton and
Can only
Leeds.
play who's in front of you, mate.
You know what I mean? You got to play what's in front of you. You got to play what's in front of you. And as I said, it's not just the results so far this season with Arsenal. It's how we've played. We've looked scintillating. Against Villa, you're right, we haven't taken our chances enough. But against Villa in that first half, honestly,
Blitzed them. I watched it.
that could have been 4-5.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It
Against
should have
Fulham.
been. It should have
Fulham,
been.
we should have blitzed them.
Yeah.
Put 4 past Leicester. 3 past Bournemouth. Remember Bournemouth previous.
Bournemouth for bloody
I
hell.
know it's since that, yes, but you know what? Their first game of the season, they beat Villa at home,
And that
right?
was-
So you know, so we've looked really good so far. Went away to Palace, first game of the
Tough game,
season.
that.
Won 2-0, but what I think a lot of people forget is how we played. We took the game to Palace.
Especially the first 20
Right?
minutes. Looked really
Yeah,
good,
yeah. I mean, so I think I want to see Arsenal go there and put in a good performance, and I think if we do, I think we've got a great chance of winning the game.
Okay. Right. That is the meat of the discussion. Let's get into now the quick fire round and let's see how Robbie answers these questions. Who will finish higher, Man United or Arsenal?
Arsenal,
And why?
because we're a better team.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. We're a better team.
Who will win their next trophy first?
Arsenal.
Why?
Won the FA Cup. You know, last team to win a trophy out of the two of us, I think, was us. FA Cup. Arsenal.
One player you would take from Manchester United and put in Arsenal's team.
Jeez, difficult, man, because not that you've got crap players, but we just got such a good team in all areas at the moment.
Gotta pick someone.
Ronaldo on the bench.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Who's going to score more goals, Jesus or Ronaldo?
Jesus. Ronaldo's a goal scorer. I still think he's a great player, but he won't get game time. He's not going to get much game time. Should probably have left. So Jesus will start every week for Arsenal. So Jesus.
Will Arsenal go unbeaten this season? Is it another invincible season?
No.
That's the answer to Robbie's quick fire round. Wouldn't take any of our players and put Ronaldo on his bench. The disrespect. He's going to score against you now again.
You know what, right? It's not the... It's a real weird one, right? Because it's not that any of your players are not good enough to get into our team, right? It's just I look at a lot of the players and I'm like, well, the player that's playing that position at the moment is as good as
You
that
wouldn't
guy.
take Casemiro over Lukonga.
Yeah, but well, if you ask me over Lukonga, over Lukonga, yes, but would I take him over Thomas Partey? No. You know, because I'm going
It
off.
would be available.
I'm going off of what our best starting 11 would be. Your best starting 11.
And to be fair,
right?
Casemiro ain't even really
Right.
good, mate.
So I wouldn't, because I'm happy with what I've got. You know what I mean? So, you know, I wouldn't I'm happy with my keeper, so I wouldn't take De Gea. But I don't think De Gea is not a great keeper.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're top of the league,
yeah,
innit? So.
I'm happy with my 2 centre-backs in Saliba and Gabriel, but it doesn't mean that I don't rate Varane and Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah.
I'm happy with Odegaard, but it doesn't mean that I don't rate Bruno. You know what I mean? If you get my meaning. You know what I mean? There's not a lot in it with a lot of these players, but I'm happy with my guys. And up front, I think Martinelli, I'm more than happy with him. And even though Sancho's good, but I definitely would have Martinelli. Saka, I wouldn't take no one over. And Jesus, I wouldn't take no one over him. So I'm happy with my team.
Bruno, Odegaard?
I think at this moment in time, Odegaard's playing better.
He is
so
playing
I'd rather Odegaard. I think, but that's not to say, again, I'm not being totally disrespectful.
I know what you
because
mean.
that's not to mean that
you're going to back your team.
Bruno's not a good player. Bruno's a good player. He's a dangerous player. He could score against us. But I'm happy with what we got, man.
Okay.
We've got a good side.
Okay.
We've got a good side. It's been a long time since I've really been able to say that with confidence that the Arsenal, say, 15, 16 players are good. It's a good team. And so what you're seeing at the moment is not a fluke. It's a good side.
Yeah.
That's playing good football. And I'm happy with my team.
All right. With that all been said, let's get to the meat of it now. All the small talk's done. All the this could happen, that could happen. Give us your prediction for this game.
It'll be a tough game. It's Old Trafford. I saw what you guys did with Liverpool. Surprised me. But then was I surprised? Because I've seen you guys not even doing great, and Man City come there and you beat Man City. You're up for those games all the time. I'm going to go for, I've got to back my team, man, the way we've been playing. I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Arsenal. You know what I mean? Maybe that hyena that Pogba buried, you know what I mean, might still might do us some favours up there or something like that. But no, I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Arsenal, but I think it's going to be a very, very tight game, very difficult game. Like you said, it's going to be an intense atmosphere, intense game. Looking forward to it. I'll be there. 2-1.
Okay. I'm actually not going to give my prediction because, one, it's about the guest on this, but two, these guys at home will be screaming and going mad if I do because I jinx it. And since I haven't been doing the predictions, because I started last season, I was known as the jinxer. Right, so new season came. I was like, yeah, man, Brighton. It's a new season, new manager. I'm gonna predict X. Get mash up. I was like, nah, man, Brentford away, man. Nah, we'll be all right. 4-0.
That's the
next game, Liverpool. I went, you know what? I think we're gonna lose. We won. Then I said, you know what? I'm not giving any more predictions. And we beat Leicester, and we beat Southampton as well. So having said all that, I'm not going to give it. I'm going to let the community not blame me for any jinxes because I'm confident. Right? I'm confident, but I'm not giving my prediction.
It's all the superstitions. See, Pogba's got into him as well. You know what I mean? He's been seeing the witch doctor as well.
Well, apparently Arsenal fans say every time we play you, there's judge. Because how comes we go up to Old Trafford
last year?
It's
true. Now that Pogba's
Ronaldo's
gone,
special, isn't it?
Now that Pogba's gone, man, he's taken all that stuff with him, right? I think we're going to win 2-1.
Okay,
there you go. The curse is over.
Smash a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Obviously, you guys know where to find Robbie and everyone over at AFTV. You guys know to check out their content. And drop your comments and your predictions below. And let me know if I was right to stick to my guns and not do the prediction. Because I know what you guys would do. You put it on me. I'm not doing that. We're in a good moment.